सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ Naishkarmya Siddhi, Chapter 3, page 114, verse number 50. Nyaya-siddhamato vakti drishter-drashtaram-atmanah न पश्येत् प्रत्यगात्मानं प्रमाणं श्रुतिरादरात्. Sureśvaracharya refuting the Mimamsaka who is arguing that Siddha-bodhaka Vakyam, Mahavakyam, is only an Arthavada Vakyam. Fact revealing statement, we say, Vedantins. Mahavakyam is a fact revealing statement. But according to Mimamsaka, it is not a fact revealing statement. Mahavakyam is only a glorification, Arthavada Vakyam. For that, Sureśvaracharya giving a lot of arguments. Other than Mahavakyam, there is no other means to know that I am Sakshi Chaitanyam, the Adhishtanam of this universe. Other than Mahavakyam, Tattvamasi Mahavakyam, there is no any other pramanam that which can reveal I am the witness consciousness. Not only that, I am the source, adhishtanam, substratum of this entire universe. All pramanams other than Vaidika Shabda Pramanam, Laukika Shabda Pramanam also is useless. Pratyaksha, Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, Laukika Shabda, all of them are not having the revealability capacity of Sakshi Chaitanyam as the Adhishtanam. Why Sureśvaracharya has to establish this in so many slokas? Because there are many philosophers, people take that Atma Jnanam or self-knowledge or liberation or this self-knowledge is possible by different methods. Therefore, they present their way of sadhanas. We have to refute all of them, how they are not able to reveal Sakshi Chaitanya. How Mahavakyam alone can reveal Sakshi Chaitanya. All this must be established. Why the opponent is wrong, why we are only correct, that is defensive argument and offensive argument, both we have to do. Otherwise, later in future generations, everybody can say that I saw Atma, I know Atma, I know everything, consciousness. Now also they are talking. In future also they will talk. Then Shastra, Mahavakya become irrelevant, meaningless. That is the reason why Sureśvara is addressing the Pratyaksha Pramanam cannot reveal Atma, the Sakshi Chaitanyam. In this sloka, number 50, we saw in the last class, for that Sureśvara gave the example in the sense support of Brihadaranyaka in the shloka, first line, second half. Drishter drashtaram atmanaha, word is used. Here is the difficult task for every seeker of Vedanta. Sakshi Chaitanyam and the world, both are there. In between, Chidabhasa is there. The mind, which is able to reflect the consciousness. That mind alone observes the world. World is also anatma. Mind is also anatma. So when world, mind, all are anatma, who is witnessing the mind? Who is the witnesser of the mind? Mind means thoughts, vritti. Who is the witnesser of that? Your own thoughts are vritti. That vritti is witnessed by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Your thoughts are witnessed by your Sakshi Chaitanyam. Not your Sakshi Chaitanyam, you the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Just as moonlight on Paurnami day, moonlight illumines the earth. On Paurnami day, moonlight illumines the earth. And who illumines the moonlight? Who illumines the moonlight? Who illumines the moon? Not moonlight. Who illumines the moon? We should not say moonlight illumines the moon. We should not say. Moonlight illumines the earth. Fine. On Paurnami day. Moon illumines by whom? Simple. Moon is illumined by moonlight. Immediately we give the answer. Moon cannot be illumined by moonlight. Moonlight cannot illumine the moon. Then who illumines the moon? Moon is a chaya graham. It is not having self-luminosity. Moon is illumined by the sun. Sun illumines the moon. That moon which is illumined becomes bright moon. That bright moon is called moonlight. That moonlight illumines the earth. This example I introduced in the last class. In the place of Dashtanta, mind is that vritti dvara, it observes the world as though moon light illumines the earth. Here, the world, in the place of earth, you have to take the world. In the place of moonlight, you have to take the mental thoughts. That is called mind. Whenever we say mind means vritti, thought. Mental thoughts illumine the world, and the mental thoughts are illumined by whom? Mind is illumined by the thoughts in the mind. You cannot say. You are not supposed to say. Mind is illumined by mental thoughts. We tend to say that our mind is illumined by sad mind, happy mind, disturbed mind, priya, moda, pramoda, happier mind, happiest mind. Who knows that? Who illumines? My own thoughts, mental thoughts illumine the mind. We are not supposed to say. Mind is Sakshi Pratyaksham. Mind is known or observed by the Sakshi Chaitanyam, I, the consciousness. We should not say that consciousness illumines the mind. That consciousness, if we use, means we are junior students. Whoever say that consciousness illumines the mind. What I have to say? I, the consciousness, the Sakshi Chaitanyam, the witness, self-effulgent consciousness, illumines the mind. So this is the meaning of Drishter Drashtaram Atmanah. This much is there behind that. So, I am the Sakshi Chit when I am experiencing the mind. Mind experience the not Chit. Mind can never experience the Chit. So, mind can never experience the Chit. Mental thoughts can never experience the Chit. Mental thoughts experience only the world. Therefore what? Shrutihi ādarat. With a lot of compassion, Shraddha. If you have Shraddha, that in Shruti Pramanam, may you pashyet pratyagatmanam na pashyet. Shruti says, Shruti Pramanam ādarat vakti. Vakti is in the first line. Sakshi itself is because of its own self-effulgent nature. So it reveals the mind, mind reveals the world. Look into the shloka. Nyayam Nyaya-siddham ataha. Therefore, Shrutihi Ādarātu Bhakti. Shruti says, Drishtehi Drashtaram. Drishti means a thought. Na Drishtehi Drashtaram. The Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 3.4.2. Third chapter, 4th Brahmanam, second mantra says, Drishtehe, that thought, Drashtaram, the seer. Who is the observer of thought? I, the consciousness, Chaitanyam. Atmanaha means here one's own. The seer of one's own thought is Atma, the Sakshi. The seer of one's own thoughts is called Sakshi Atma. Drishtehe drashtaram Atmanah. That meaning is Atmanah means one's own. Drashta means a seer, observer, experiencer. The seer of one's own thought is Atma, the Sakshi. That Sakshi can never be that Pratyagatmanam, that is the inner self, Sakshi Chaitanyam, Drashtaram. Pratyagatmanam is an adjective to Drashtaram, I said. So that Drashtaram Pratyagatmanam na pashyet, cannot be seen by any other pramanam. Who says Shrutihi Ādarat Varti, which is the pramanam is the generator of the thoughts, because the object, it is objectified. Thought is a pramanam. So that thought, it objectifies the objects by the mind. Mind is objectified by the Sakshi Chaitanyam. So in this 50th shloka, Pratyaksha Pramanam is ruled out. One of the Pramanam. Pratyaksha Pramanam is one of the Pramanam of 6 Pramanams. Now we'll go to the next verse, 51. Anubandhoktihi. Anumana Pramanam. What is the next Pramanam? Can I infer the Sakshi Chaitanyam, or can I infer the Atma? Pratyaksha is ruled out. Can I infer? For that, Acharya says no. Anumana Vishayatve Anyadapi Karanamuchyate. Anumana api. Anumana avishayatve anyadapi karanam. Another karanam uchyate. With regard to the anumana avishayatve. Avishayatve means with regard to the non-availability of Atma, this reason is given. Anumanam is another reason, another pramanam is given of Atma to reveal by Anumana pramanam. Avishayatva means non-revealability of Atma by Anumana pramanam. Non-revealability of Atma by Anumana pramanam is another reason given by me. Uchyate, karanam uchyate. Karanam means reason. Another reason is given, that is Anumana pramanam. Anumana, for that also, it is not a Vishaya. Avishayatve, non-revealability or non-availability to reveal. Atma is non-available to reveal to the Anumana pramanam. Later 5 pramanams, once Pratyaksha pramanam is ruled out, automatically Anumana, Upamana, Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, Laukika Shabda, all are ruled out. This is the uniqueness of Pratyaksha pramanam. What is that secret? You know, many times in Upanishads I said, Pratyaksha pramana is the mother of pramanams. Like all of them reveal anatma only. Pratyaksha pramanam is the mother of all pramanams. Like, because Anumana Pramana based on Pratyaksha Pramana, Upamana Pramana based on Pratyaksha Pramana, Arthapatti Pramana based on Pratyaksha Pramana, Anupalabdhi also based on Pratyaksha Pramana. I am not going to deal with that now. It is a big subject again. All of you carefully listen to my Upanishads teaching. Then you will understand. Unless you understand the 6 pramanams, Shastra is not clear. Unfortunately, because these YouTube listeners, whatever they like, they listen. So therefore I say, even though you are listening from the YouTube, humbly, politely ask that Guru whose classes you are listening. You should talk, ask the teacher. Teacher is very happy if you ask what to listen, how to listen. When I get phone calls, mails from all over, many countries also, many states, almost every day I get alternate days, one phone call, mails. I feel so pity how one can take a decision like that to hear whatever they like. It is not fair, proper to listen like that. To create interest, to develop the reverence towards Shastra, only YouTube classes are available. Many students ask, Swamini, what about all other Upanishads in YouTube you put in? I don't want to put all Upanishads. Go to website. So, what I want to say, listening systematically Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, then the subject is very simple. One by one you listen Upanishad. First Mundaka Upanishad. After listening 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, start Upanishads. Bhagavad Gita you continue simultaneously, one class Bhagavad Gita. Later when you come to 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, start Upanishad Mundaka, Kena, order is there. Kena, Kaivalya, Katha, then Taittiriya, then Mandukya, then Chandogya, then Brihadaranyaka, then Brahma Sutras. This is the Padipadiya Pono. If time is more available, you can listen to Prakarana Grandhas also. Unless and until you go through the Upanishads, these are all, see now, Drishter Drashtaram Atmanah is Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Unless you complete those Upanishadic teaching, these are all vague. Confusion will be there, doubt will be there. Who will protect you, who will save you? It's a waste of time and energy. Okay, anyhow, once in a while I have to tell this. Otherwise, Swamini, நீங்கள் சொல்லலையேன்னு கேட்பாங்க. One student, today I got mail. That student is asking, Swamini, I am very happy listening to your classes. I am very thankful to you, grateful to you, since your classes are available on YouTube. And he is asking the question from the Panchadasi 6th chapter in summary. That to summary heard. Not the Moolam. Verse by verse, no time to listen because hundreds of slokas. The time is required. Summary straight away you listen. Again, Jivatma, Paramatma, who is what? Again, all questions will come. Actually, correct கேட்டுட்டே இருந்தேன்னா தானாகவே சாஸ்திரம் gives all answers. அதுதான் அப்பப்போ எனக்கு தோணும், பாவம் இப்படி கேட்குறாங்களேன்னு. அதுக்கு தான் சொல்லின்னு இருக்கேன், பொறுமையாக கேட்கணும், வேறு வழி இல்லை. நோ அதர் ஷார்ட் கட்டு பைபாஸ் ரூட்டு. Anumana avishayatve anyadapi karanam uchyate. I am going to give another reason also. Since pratyaksha pramana is ruled out, can I know Atma through Anumana pramanam? Means no. That is also not possible. Shloka 51. प्रत्यक्षस्य पराक्त्वान्न सम्बन्धग्रहणं यतः आत्मनो तोनुमित्यास्य अनुभवो न कथञ्चन. प्रत्यक्षस्य Paraktvat. All the pramanams, signs, now people are very, very eager to connect to science. Because Allah scientific mind, science is useful, we never condemn the science. Because of science only, technology, scientific technology, the Zoom class, all computer, CPU and all these things, recordings, all are going on. YouTube, Google, all are going on. However much, now Google Guru has come. Whatever you have, any question, immediately go to Google, you will get it. And you do not know whether it is right or wrong. Google gives, okay, Google Guru. So, scientific technology we never condemn. All are useful, very much useful, we require also. Microscope, macro, telescope, all of them are required. First when we have started classes, audio cassettes, many students used to listen audio cassettes. After audio cassettes, again the CDs came. Then later CDs, after CDs also became outdated. Cassette became outdated, CDs became outdated. Cassette player is not available, CD player is not available. Now pen drives have come for some time. Even pen drives are also outdated now. Only through drive we are sending now classes. Through drive. So how many chips, small, it become very, very, very minute instruments it's going that. So many hours of talks. So what I want to say, we never condemn science, but don't try to bring into Atma inquiry. Science never bring into Atman inquiry. Therefore, this Mimamsaka, we want to say, my dear, Anumana Pramanam also ruled out. Whenever Anumana Pramanam comes, you have to remember the smoke and fire example. Fire and smoke example, then only you understand what is Anumanam. We were in school, I never played, but children used to play fire on the mountain, and they go round, they used to move. Fire on the mountain, and how do you know, have you seen? And fire is not perceptible, smoke is perceptible on the mountain. Parvataha vanniman dhumavatvat yatha pakashalavat. Okay, there is a fire on the mountain. How do you know? Because there is some smoke. Anumiyate, anumanam. I infer, I doubt, there must be fire. Who is appearing, who is not appearing in this fire and smoke? Simple. Fire is not appearing, fire is imperceptible. And smoke is appearing, it is perceptible. In Tarka language, if you want to call them fire and smoke. Smoke is called Vyapyam, which is perceptible, Vyapyam. Fire is called Vyapakam. Vyapya Vyapaka Sambandha. The relation between fire and smoke has got Vyapya Vyapaka Sambandha. That is called Vyapti Jnanam. What Jnanam I have got? Vyapti Jnanam. What is Vyapti Jnanam? Generalization. My Vyapti Jnanam is generalization, is yatra yatra dhumaha tratra tratra vannihi. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. How do you know? I saw previously, I have got previous experience, perceptibility of fire also and smoke also in my mother cooking kitchen or yaga, homa is going on. There is a fire, there is smoke also. I saw that. So pratyaksha pramanam. Previously it was pratyaksha pramanam, both are perceptible. I have seen many times like that previously, therefore now I infer. Now you are inferring the smoke, fire on the mountain because of smoke. This knowledge, Vyapti Jnanam, is because of previous Pratyaksha Jnanam. Therefore I said other pramanams are depending upon the Pratyaksha pramanam, data based. I have taken the data. When my mother was cooking, those days, olden days, not gas stove. Okay, homa, gas stove, with firewood they cook the rice. With the firewood they put a vessel on that. So my previous past pratyaksha pramanam I used, that pratyaksha pramana data I make use of now for anumana pramanam. Otherwise anumana pramanam doesn't have any value. Anumana pramanam based on pratyaksha pramanam. So now Vyapti Jnanam is what? Invariable. The sambandha is invariable. Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vannihi. This is called anumana pramanam. Pramanam means jnanam. It gives me knowledge. The smoke gives me the fire knowledge. The perceptible smoke on the mountain gives me the imperceptible fire knowledge. There must be fire. That's called Vyapti Jnanam. Vyapti Jnana Kale. Vyapti Jnana Kale Vyapaka Vyapya Vyapaka Sambandham Sambandhasya Pratyaksha Pramanena Grahanam. So Pratyaksha Pramanena Grahanam Vyapti Vyapya Vyapaka Sambandhaha Sambandhasya Vyapti Jnana Kale. Okay, Vyapti Jnana Kale means what? Yatra yatra dhumaha tatra tatra vannihi. Vyapti Jnana Kalam. What I get that now? Vyapya Vyapaka Sambandhasya Pratyaksha Pramanena previously. Pratyaksha Pramanena Grahanam. That is what given here. Yataha Ataha. Correlatives are used in the shloka. Yataha Ataha. Of this, because of this reason, Atmanaha Anubhavaha. The aparoksha Atma nature, that grahanam, the nature, grasping the Atma is not possible. Grasping the Atman nature, it's a dimension. It's a nature or dimension or measurement is not possible. Pratyaksha pramana is not there. All other pramanams are useless. Look into the shloka now. I hope you have understood the Vyapyam, Vyapakam, Vyapti Jnanam. These are all logician's language. Tarka bhasha, tarkika bhasha. Look into the shloka. Pratyakshasya paratvat. This pratyaksha means whatever you see in the world, they are all outside. Paratvat, they are outside. Na sambandha grahanam. Like that, you cannot have. Pratyaksha means perception. Is directed to. Parak means external. Paraktvad, because they are external objects. Anything you are seeing means pratyakshama pakarana, object is parak, outside, external. Paraktvad. It is sambandha grahanam na sambhavati. Sambandha grahanam, vyapya vyapaka sambandhavat, connection is not possible with regard to Atmanaha. Like Vyapya Vyapaka Jnanam based on Pratyaksha Pramanam, this Anumana Pramanam, this Sambandha, this Grahanam, Sambandhasya Pratyakshena Pramanena Grahanam, like that you cannot take here with regard to Atma. Okay, Atmanaha Ataha Na Anumityasya. Here Anumana Pramanam, like in fire and smoke, Anumana Pramanam, what you have done. Here with regard to Atma, Anubhavaha, Atma Anubhavaha, Na Kathanchana Sambhavati. Atmanaha Anubhavaha, Kathanchana na Sambhavati. So known through the observer. So here you have to understand what is this, the unobservable observer. The unobservable observer cannot be known through the observing instruments. Unobservable observer cannot be known through observable instruments. All our sense organs are instruments. Pratyaksha, Pramana, you have to use sense organs for that data, all those things. So, observable instruments, they are all observing instruments. These observing instruments cannot observe the unobservable observer. கொஞ்சம் கடபடா இருக்கு language, simple தான். Okay, the unobservable, who is Sakshi Chaitanyam, I am. The unobservable, anubhavaha means observable. Na anubhavaha katanchana sambhavati, na sambhavati. That is not possible to the known, not known to through the instruments, observable instruments or observing instruments. Observing instruments cannot know the unobservable observer. Okay, Purinja Sari. So unobservable observer. I am unobservable observer. Whatever is observed is an object. Observed means object. Observer is subject. I, the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Observed is Anatma. I have experienced Atma ane edo periya sonna avada muttalathanam anu artham, foolish person anu artham. I experienced Atma, I got a mystic experience. And any experience, including in meditation also, suppose you get any experience, that is only Anatma experience. Atma you can never experience because you need not experience Atma because you are the already experience of everything proves the Atma. Why to experience Atma? அதெல்லாம் ஒரு பைத்தியம் நினச்சிக்கோங்களேன். பைத்தியம்னா அது ஒரு உலகம். சொன்னாலும் புரியாது, தனக்கு தானே தெரிஞ்சுக்க மாட்டா, சொன்னாலும் புரியாது. அது ஒரு டைப் ஆஃப் பிராரப்தா. பிராரப்தமோ பிராரப்தம். They are all silently disturbed. Undisturbed, silently ignorant meditation la silently undisturbed ignorance la அப்படியே சமாதியில் உட்காருவா. யோக சமாதிலோని hours together they do meditation practices. மெடிடேஷனில் எந்த ஞானமும் வராது. மெடிடேஷன் refines your mind to internalize the knowledge what you have received. This shloka is over. Anubhavaha anumityasya anubhavaha, because through anumana pramanam also it cannot be observed. So anumana pramanam is also ruled out. Next, verse number 52, introduction. One minute. एवमयं प्रमातृ प्रमाण प्रमेय व्यवहारः सर्वम् एव पराचीना विषयः एव न प्रतीचीनाम् आत्मानम् अवगाहितुम् अलम् एवं च सत्यम् एवं च सति अनेनैव यथोक्तः अर्थः अवसातुं शक्यते इत्याह. All are very, very involved slokas, highly technical, important slokas. Evameva, in this manner, Sureśvara Acharya continuing or concluding the refutation of Purvamimamsaka in this shloka. Finally, he says, this is very, very important. And ellame important, Swamini, you say very important, very important, very, very important. Like that. Evameva. Ayam means pramatra. Which is ever the observer, never observed, that Atma Ayam. Evam Ayam means, as said above, the Atma which is never observed by anything, unobservable observer, not known through any other observing instruments. Ayam pramatru pramana prameya vyavaharaha. So the entire observed objects, all observed things are what? They are either jnana vyavahara or karma vyavahara. We know this subject already. Jnana vyavahara means pramata, pramanam, prameyam, and pramanam. Pramata means the knower. Pramata, here is the mind. Pramata is the knower. Pramanam is called vritti. Vritti, manovritti we can say. Manovritti. And prameyam, the object. Triputi. Pramata, pramanam, prameyam. In Vichara Sagara also we saw elaborately this. So there are, conventionally we say, the process is of two types. Any vyavahara, interaction, is of two types. What are those two types? One is karma vyavahara, another is jnana vyavahara. Doing and knowing. Doing process is called karma vyavahara, in which you use all karma indriyas. Vaku, Pani, Pada, Payu, Upastha. In doing Vyavahara, doing process, karma Vyavahara, there is no knowing process. In doing Vyavahara, there is no knowing process. In knowing Vyavahara, knowing Jnana Vyavahara or knowing process, there is no doing process. There is no doing process. Karma Vyavaharam iranda Jnana Vyavaharam irkadu, Jnana Vyavaharamla Karma Vyavaharam irkadu. So therefore what? All knowing process by human beings consisting of all knowing process of human beings from morning to till night, what happening in the three putti pramata pramanam prameyam. Mind is the pramata because we are knowing the outside objects. Pramata pramanam, I use the ears, nose, eyes, etc. Pramanams in the form of mano vritti also. Thought, shabda vritti, rupa vritti, gandha vritti. These are all called pramanam. Rupa vritti dvara I know the rupa. Gandha vritti dvara I know the gandha smell. Shabda vritti dvara thought, shabda, ears are the golakam. The vritti is inside, antahkaranam. Dvara I know the sound, the prameyam. Sound is the prameyam, form is the prameyam, whatever I smell is the prameyam, object. So these are all very interesting subject, no? All of you know this. So pramata, pramana, prameyam. Mind plus thought plus object. Mind plus thought plus object means mind is pramata, thought is pramanam, plus object is prameyam. Ayam. We are always engaging in Jnana Vyavahara. Ayam means we are always engaging in Jnana Vyavahara. You can never use this Jnana Vyavahara with regard to Atma. Don't try. Jnana Vyavahara. Okay. You do whatever you know object. Anyadeva viditad atho aviditad athi ennar. Kenopanishadala. Atma is other than known. It is not known. It is not unknown also. I don't say I know Atma. I don't say I do not know Atma. எனக்கு தெரியும் எனக்கு தெரியாது. எனக்கு தெரியும் as subject. எனக்கு தெரியாதுன்னா as a object I do not know. அதெல்லாம் கேனோபனிஷத்து. கேனோபனிஷத்து கேட்டாதான் இந்த லாயக்கு நைஷ்கர்ம சித்தி படிக்கிறதுக்கு. எங்கே கேட்கணும் சுவாமின்னு? வெப்சைட்டு. கேனோபனிஷத்து வெப்சைட் 1ல ஒரு கிளாஸ், 1 place of class, T Nagar class, Mailapur, and 1 website. And second website, another place I took Kenopanishad, that class is available. If you want to listen 2 times, you can listen 2 varieties of Kenopanishad. Okay. So what this is Jnana Vyavahara. So Parachina, objectified, na alam. It is not enough. Na alam. Pramatra pramana prameya vyavaharaha sarvam. Sarvam, all this sarvam parachina vishayaha eva bhavati. They work only parachina means outside objects. Bhavati. Parachina vishaya. Jnana Vyavahara is relevant with regard to the external objects. That's the Vishayam. Full stop. Eva Parachina Vishaha Eva Bhavati. Over. Next, another Eva is there. Na Pratichinam Atmanam Avagahitum Alam Na Bhavati. Alam Eva Na Bhavati. It is not sufficient. Alam means sufficient. Na alam. It is not sufficient. This process of Jnana Vyavahara is not fit, not fit enough With regard to what? Pratichinam atmanam. That pratichi means that which is inside, inner self, that which is within. Yo veda nihitam guhayam paramevyo man so oshnute sarvan kaman saha. Pratichi. Parak ka opposite to pratichi. Okay. Parak means outside, pratichi means inside. Appo Atma is inside and kekkodadu. Okay, first we say inside. Atma is not inside, that is you. Okay. That is you and you should not take lower eye. Lower eye edutha avada out. Game lande out and artha. Vyavaharika eye, lower eye, vachyartha eye you should not take. Atma is you means you is not a vachyartha I. Vachyartha you. Okay. Pratichinam atmanam avagahitam. Na. It is avagahitam means fathomable, graspable, understandable. Na avagahitam. It is unfathomable. டு ஞான விவகாரம். அதனால் கண்ணால் பார்த்தா காதால் கேட்ட அதெல்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாது. பைத்தியம் மாதிரி சில பேர் ஏதோ இது சொல்லணுமே. ஐ ஹவ் காட் லாட் ஆஃப் some mystic experiences are coming to pacify others. Some people they talk unnecessarily, they blabber. எனக்கு என்னமோ ஆகிறது என்னமோ நடக்கிறதுன்னு சொன்னால் ஒரு ஆனந்தம் திருப்தி. ஒன்றும் நடக்கக்கூடாது, நடந்ததா ஏதோ தகராறுன்னு அர்த்தம். ஓகே. அவகாஹிதம் ந சம்பவதி ந பவதி. ஏவம் ச சதி. திஸ் இஸ் பீயிங் சோ. அனேனைவ சதி அனேனைவ. தி ஐடியா தட் I want to convey. Anenaiva yathokta arthaha. Yathokta arthaha avasatum. Means yathokta artha means I said in the first chapter, the second chapter, I am go on talking. The idea that I want to convey arrived at by this much reasoning. Shakyate iti aha. The idea that I want to convey, I arrived at by this much reason. Pratyaksha pramana ruled out, anumana pramana ruled out. So I have Shruti support also. Therefore, in the sloka what he says, to reiterate that in the sloka he tells again. I will read this sloka. Number 52. Pramana vyavaharoyam sarva eva paragyataha suvicharyapyatonena ushmadyeva didrikshate. Pramana vyavaharaha ayam. Pramatra pramana prameya he has given in the Anubandhokti, that paragraph. Now here he used that pramana vyavaharaha means pramana, pramata, the mind, pramana, manovritti, and prameya, the object, sarva eva, pratyaksha or intuition. Anta intuition illappa, intuition is required. Tuition is required, not intuition. I got some intuition, they say. Intuition on the problem. Okay, jnana vyavahara ityarthaha. Pramana vyavahara means jnana vyavahara. Ayam sarva eva means pratyaksha or intuition or enquiry. Who am I? Enquiry. That is also parak yataha. Yataha parak. Since they are outer, however much you do, suvicharya api. ataha, after inquiry of other pramanams, suvicharya api ataha, after inquiry of with other pramanams means what? Arthapatti, Anupalabdhi, Laukika Shabda, try பண்ணி பாரு, எனக்கு புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியாது ஆத்மானு, you cannot see. Yushmadi didrikshate, only they are all Yushmadi didrikshate, only to know the anatma. Happily you make use of them. யார் வேண்டான்னு சொன்ன ஞானம் விவகார பிரமாதா பிரமாணம் பிரமேயம், all you use only to know the atma, not for anything. That's the meaning. Yushmat eva, one can desire to know the anatma. Yushmat eva means by the inquiry, aneneva means by the inquiry through all pramanams you only know what? Atma or anatma? Anatma, not atma. Next shloka 53, introduction. Yasmat laukika pratyakshadi pramana adhigamya aham brahmasmiti vakyarthaha tasmat. Yasmat tasmat. Yasmat, because of laukika pratyakshadi pramana anadhigamya. Tasmat, since these laukika pramanams, pratyaksha, anumana, upamana, ardhavatti, anupalabdhi, laukika shabda, all of them, adipadat, self-inquiry also you can add. All of them, pramana, anadhigamya, having not able to understand this atma, anadhigamya, aham brahma asmi iti vakyarthaha. That mahavakyam, aham brahma iti mahavakyam, aham brahma iti mahavakyam, its artha, its meaning. Vakyartha means tatpadartha, tvampadartha, asipadartha, all of them. Since you are not able to know this aham brahmasmi iti, I am Brahman, you are not able to know through all these pramanams. Therefore what? I will tell you how to understand. Anvaya vyatirekabhyam nirasya pranato yatehem vikshapannasya kosmiti tadasiti shrutirjagau. Beautiful shloka. So, anvaya vyatirekabhyam. So, tvampada vichara is called uddeshyam. Tatpada vichara is called vidheyam. So, drigdrishya viveka, shariratraya viveka, panchakosha viveka, avasthatraya viveka, all these are giving distinctly you can understand the Sakshi Chaitanyam. Up to that you can arrive at. But that Sakshi Chaitanyam is myself, you cannot know without Mahavakya. That's what he wants to say here. Anvaya vyatirekabhyam. Even Samadhi dwara also you cannot know. Anvaya vyatirekan, co-presence and co-absence. You can know, you can have a samanya jnanam. What is samanya jnanam? Drigdrishya viveka, the seer and the seen object is different, I am different, fine. Panchakosha viveka, I am not the body, mind, complex, fine, understandable. Shari avasthatraya viveka, wakerhood, dreamerhood, sleeperhood. All the sleeper, wakerhood, is dissolved in sleeping, deep sleep, they go away. Anvaya Vedreka. Atma, I, the Sakshi Chaitanya, is Anvaya. Waker is not dreamer, dreamer is not waker. One excludes the other. Therefore, what you cannot understand that you are that. Upanishad says, Aham Brahmasmi Kosmiti. If you question, who am I? Question. Upanishad, Sat Asihina. You are Sat. Gives the Chandogya Upanishad, the Pramana Shrutir Jagau. More details in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.